It's a tragedy that's touched the hearts of many in our community, and now Tremel Sturgis's grandmother has learned her fate. Dellia Castile was sentenced to 50 years in prison. She was found guilty on 3 counts of child neglect in the death of her 10-year-old grandson. News Center 16's Gabby Gonzalez was in court today for the sentencing. And Gabby, did Castile express any remorse for not speaking out about the abuse that was going on inside her home?
Well, Terry, a lot of emotion inside the courtroom. Castile asking to address her grandson, Tremel's brother, directly. Amid tears, she apologized to him and maintained that she did not know what was going on in the basement of her home, where the children were repeatedly beaten by their father. But the judge pointed to testimony from the children themselves, indicating that Castile was well aware of the circumstances and even predicted that one day Terry Sturgis would go too far. And it was her failure to act, to speak out for these children after years of abuse, that led the judge to give Castile these 3 sentences amounting to 50 years to be served consecutively, because she says the 3 children had to suffer the attacks separately.
Dellia Castile walks out of her sentencing hearing holding on to claims that she had no idea of the pain her 3 grandchildren were enduring at the hands of her son. The abusive father ultimately taking the life of 10-year-old Tremel. The judge calling this home a world where nightmares were real.
I can't say enough how proud I am of those kids. Not only did they endure this, but then they came in and told a bunch of strangers in a scary courtroom what had happened.
Tremel's brother taking the stand at his grandmother's sentencing, saying, quote, "My grandma let it go on and on. She chose my daddy over her grandchildren."
All of them love their grandma. It's a tough spot for them to be in, testifying in grandma's trial. They love her, and they did a great job.
That family bond bringing Castile to tears for the first time in this entire process. As she wiped those tears away, she said she had to accept blame because she had been inside that home.
We can't forget the fact that the person that committed these horrible crimes was Terry Sturgis Sr., but that it was his grandmother of these children, Ms. Castile, who was sentenced today, who placed the children in that danger. 2 of them were seriously bodily injured and 1 was killed. And that's what she was held accountable for today.
Before giving a sentencing, the judge recalled what the children said Castile yelled when she found out Tremel was dead. Quote, "Why did you do it? I knew this would happen." And it's the knowing, hearing and witnessing the abuse, but remaining silent, that made the judge sentence Castile to nearly the maximum for her crimes.
I hope that we never experience anything like this again in our community.
Castile said in court today that she does plan to appeal this case, her attorney calling the outcome a miscarriage of justice. The judge said that after 36 years of living in this area, she hasn't seen a case break the hearts of the community the way this one involving Tremel has done, and that Castile must be held accountable for her lack of action. Mo, back to you.